Hi Montclair neighbors, I'm Julie Eiselt and I'm a Charlotte City Council member at large. I'm serving you in my first term on the City Council, running for re-election, and I'm hoping to have a second term. So this is a great way to do a candidate forum. And so I'm going to go through the list of questions and really kind of stick to the ones that are the most relevant for City Council. So the first one I'll answer is, as the growth of Charlotte continues, what do you believe is the most needed city improvement? And that one actually is a hard question because there isn't any one thing that is most needed. I think that we have to understand how interconnected everything is. So let's take water and sewer. When we're growing at the rate that Charlotte is growing at, with the addition of 44 people a day, we're building whole new subdivisions. But what you're paying in your water rates isn't covering the cost of building that sewer system to accommodate that new neighborhood. And by state law, we're not allowed to charge the developer those fees. So we're paying for them. The existing residents of Charlotte are paying for the expansion of our water and sewer system, but also having to keep up with the much needed repairs. So that's every bit as challenging if we really want to address what the critical needs are. Housing is obviously a big one. We talk about it all the time, but it isn't just the cost of affordable housing. The reason why housing is expensive and is deemed not affordable for some people is because of their salaries. And so we've got to work on workforce development and make sure that we are training people for the jobs of tomorrow. We are training people to the jobs of the companies that want to come here and that want to relocate here. And I'll tell you, across the country, corporations talk about the lack of skilled labor. So everybody's got this problem. So if we can get it right, it's going to pay huge benefits for us as a community. So all of those things are really interconnected. It's very much connected to the schools. And I do spend time working with colleagues on the school board to figure out how we can partner better. We did that last year by myself and one of our school board members by running a pilot program in one of the high schools to teach a certification course to kids that could then get certified and walk right into a good paying job. So those are the kinds of things that we need to be working with the schools to address some of the problems in our community. Let's see, how are you different from your running mates? That's a good question. So 2 years ago when I got elected, I was the only new city council member that had never served on the council before. And now this year, we're going to have 6 new council members, so that's a voting majority, probably 6. I would say that that's challenging because this is a really hard job. I spend 40, 50 hours a week doing this, essentially full-time, which I can do because I'm retired, my kids are older, 7 days a week. I'm out every night for the most part, and it's a lot of work. So it's great to have young voices, and we've got a lot of great young people that are running for office, but they also work full-time, and so they're going to need help. They're going to need some of us who are able to do this job full-time to do some of the heavy lifting and help them understand how the city works. This is a city of, we're approaching 1 million people. We're about 860 right now, and we have a $2 billion budget. And it's a very complicated machine, and so it takes some time to understand that. So I would say that that's probably, that's what differentiates me, is that I'll have the experience, and I think we need a balance of experience. Before I was in politics, I was a banker. So my background's banking. I was in international banking my whole career, both on the banking side, but also as the international treasury director for a Fortune 500 company. So I've lived in Europe and other states in the U.S. and covered Latin America and Eastern Europe, and I loved it. I was passionate about it, but just couldn't do it when I had kids because it's kind of hard to be based in Moscow a couple weeks out of the month. But I loved it, and now I love what I'm doing, serving the city of Charlotte as a city council member. It's an honor to do the work, and I would be more than honored to have your support for a second term in the at-large seat on city council. Thanks so much. Get out to vote November 7th.